What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have another review for you, and on this journey of reviews that I've been doing, I've been hitting Kastaplast up a lot, and most people seem to enjoy it. And I'm like getting towards the end of what Kastaplast discs I can review because I've reviewed almost all of them. I've got a new one. This is a double, kinda. I've been wanting to throw this. As you can see, there's a weird look on this. It is the Rask here. It's the disc. It's got two rims, one right here and one right there. That's a little rim on the underside of the flat plate. You can't feel it on this side, but here it's a little rim. I've got the Rask, and then I've also got the Rask Z version. Now, I don't know what the Rask's actual numbers are, but I can tell you the Z versions right here are 14, 3, -1, and 3. This is the less stable version. So, I'm assuming where there's a -1, the Rask is at least going to be a 0 and maybe a 4 on the fade. I don't know. We're going to see how this flies. It's obviously meant to be a forehand disc, or at least a grip like this on the disc because of that rim. You can grab it backhand, but you can't really. I mean, maybe you could fan grip it, it'd just be weird, but power gripping it, you can power grip it. If you had really big fingers, might be hard for you because you might be touching this with your index. But here's rim shape. This is the Rask, and that's the Z version. So not huge differences there, but there's enough. But before I go any further, click that subscribe button and ding that bell for me so you know when these videos come out. If your notifications aren't on, you might miss some of these, but let's go ahead and throw these discs. Alright, I'm going to throw these Rasks. So I'm going to start with the Rask, the Z version, the less stable version of it. I'm going to do a low power hyzer release on it and just see how it goes. That's overstable. I mean, still. And these don't, like I said, I don't think these are meant for backhands really. They can be thrown, but you can feel that rim sometimes moving your fingers around. So, I mean, if this was disc was bagged, I would assume people would be bagging it for a forehand. Let's go ahead for the overstable one. Since that one dumped out like that, I'm assuming this one's going to dump even faster. But it had good glide, the Z version did. Okay, yep. Got to the ground way quicker. So yeah, the regular Rask has a lot more stability to it, it looks like. Now we know. Let's go pick them up. Okay, we are to the Rask Z and the Rask. These are overstable feeling just from those first flights. I'm gonna hit this flat. I think after these two backhands, I'm going to go exclusively only forehands for these because I feel like that's what this disc was designed for, with that other rim on it. So last two backhands, so I'm going to try to throw these maybe with some anhyzer and some power. So that was the Z version. It dropped at the end, so I'd say that was probably wind assisted drop, and just the height that I threw it was really low, so it didn't help. We'll go the regular Rask now, same angle, try to at least. That's overstable. Regular Rask is overstable. Z version is a more throwable version of it. Feels exactly the same. It's interesting. Like I said, I'm going now exclusively forehands with the Rask Z version and the Rask. I think I'm going to start off just with some lower power forehands to get warmed up. Ow. It's kind of different. It's weird. That was the Z, so let's go Rask. So this is gonna, I'm gonna hit this one flatter, I think. Definitely way more overstable. I don't know. I don't know if I can get the most comfortable forehand on that because of that rim on the inside. Kind of feels funky to me because I'm not used to it, so that might be what it is. But those two, I meant to throw them different, and they went out of my hand way different than what I wanted. So, all right, more Rask forehands. This is Z first. Way better than the first one. Regular. Way more overstable. Yeah, that's overstable. I mean, not much else I can say about it. All right, we got this Z Rask. I think I'm gonna throw this on Anheuser because they're coming out pretty quick and they're barely getting over 300. I think this one might have got around 320 or something last time. That's pretty decent. Let's do the Rask. I'm gonna put more on this one, I think. God, it just comes right out of it. That might be right around 300, a little bit over, but that fought right out of that. I really, for me to get that full fly, I would have to hammer it on Anheuser pretty hard. So the regular Rask is pretty beefy from what I'm seeing. All right, guys, that is the Rask and the Rask Z version from Kastaplast. What I have to say about it is this is a really overstable disc. The Z version is just a little bit straighter, a little bit more glide. The standout thing is this weird inside rim for it. So if you're gonna get one, be prepared for it probably just to be a forehand disc. I don't see many people backhanding this disc just because of that rim. It's kind of interesting. And the forehand too, it puts a little, it changes the way your forehand feels to me right now. So I feel like I threw a little bit higher than I normally would with a forehand. So maybe it take a little bit of getting used to. But I mean, it's a really overstable disc, so if you're looking for an overstable disc to fight some winds and stuff, this thing will do it. It's worth a try to see if you like it, or if you like novelty discs that are a little bit different, because this is, I would put this in a novelty type of disc slot because it's got this thing. I'm not seeing another disc that has like a modification to it like that. Having two rims is very unique, so unique that I think this is the only one that has it. So if nothing else, it's cool to have this disc. I wouldn't bag it just because it would be so specific. This would be like only overstable forehands probably. So is it worth a try? Yeah, you can try it, see if you like it. But for me, it's a little weird having that rim there. And maybe it's one of those things, if I threw it more and more, I'd get used to it. But for now, it's just one of those things that just like makes you think about it more. So, want one more throw? I'm gonna throw the Z version because this one's, I know what it's gonna do. I'm gonna forehand it too. It's a really good forehand right there. That probably went further than any of the other ones, and I threw one around 350. So maybe I'll measure it. Check back in. Till next time. Peace. Rask Z right here version. That last throw. 370. That's a pretty good forehand. Pretty good.